There was this voice note that has been making headway on internet about the late Herbert Wigwe's die. This voice note exposed some shocking secrets about Herbert before he died. Anyway, before we listen to the voice note, if you're new on our channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Now let's listen.
Here's a quote from a family friend who insists on correcting Joyce Wigwe's narrative.
One time, there was an argument where Joyce cursed Herbert. They were arguing because she was asking him for things. Joyce told Herbert, in quote, "That's your plane. One day, your plane will crash. Calm down. Money will be scattering. The money you spend on girls will scatter." This is the type of relationship they had. Joyce was very, very unhappy with Herbert because she thought Herbert would have done much for her than he did. She had an extremely dysfunctional relationship with her brother. For example, Herbert had a big falling out with his dad because his sister wanted to send her two children to one of the most expensive schools in the world, in Switzerland, where the school fees were over $100,000 per year. Herbert's kids were in school in England costing him max £60,000. Herbert tried his best to pay, but then after a while, he said forget it. Herbert's father then intervened, but Herbert did not relent. Nobody has a problem with looking after relatives. We all do that. But certain people have a problem with doing it when the demands are done in an unconscionable and entitled manner. Joyce should give one instance in her life when Herbert entrusted her with anything of value. She should give an instance where Herbert gave her the key to his kitchen to hold. That tells you everything. You don't need to go on TV and tell a story. If indeed the relationship was like what she says, you would see her come and show you that is what Herbert gave me. Not even a note. So don't conjure up noise and fabricate.
Now that he has died, they are now coming out to drag the properties with Wigwe's children. If not how he will put his properties, the family would have collected all the whole property, because the way Herbert Wigwe put his properties, that the whole properties, the people that can claim it are Wigwe's children, not the family members. That is when we used to hear the case that they sued those children to court. After suing them, the court trashed the whole issue because the person that owned these properties put it directly to their children. They are the one that will benefit from it. You see, it should be a moral lesson for all of us out there. If you have one or two, you know that whatever you are not there, someone have to take over. It is the right time for you to put those property in those people's custody. Put it in a way that even you were nowhere to be found, that the people you want them to benefit from those property, they will be the actual person that will benefit. If not, your family members will come in, your relative will come in, even from your maternal great you see them coming and dragging your properties. That is it. So if we did not do it this way, by now those kids would have left with nothing. And this remind me of one family that I know in my community in those days. Their parents are very wealthy, but because they didn't plan that sudden death will come their way, it happened. But one mistake they made was that they didn't arrange anything. And their kids were still young, they were small, except the eldest one that should be 15, 14 as of then. If I tell you people that all the whole pin that this family owns, their family member collected it from them. And I know that by now those children might have been grown up, but they were left with nothing. And the father and the mother died at the same time. So that's why I'm telling people out there, please, you see that your sister, that your brother, they are not what you think you are, they are. You have to put your property in a way that the person who you want them to benefit will be the right person that will benefit from it. If you fail to do it, I'm afraid to tell you that you will be with your ancestors and you see all your properties that you labored for years being flipped away. And people that don't know how you labored to gain all those things will be the one that will benefit from it. So this Wigwe's own should be a moral lesson. In fact, some family members I didn't believe enemy. I'm telling you the truth. Some of us that are thinking that our enemy are outside, our enemy are far away. No, our enemy are close. Someone that is close to you, now them they go do you pass. If someone that is far away from you, they cannot get enough information to deal with you. Someone cannot destroy what they don't know. So people that will deal with you and deal with you badly are the people that knows you, that know your inner out, that knows your movement, that know your next movement. So be very careful when you are entrusting things on people's side. People are so mean. All those qualities of devil and God we are talking about. To me, I don't believe there is nothing like God and devil. All those features can be found in man. Man can be God, man can be devil. You see all those features that are talking about God, you can also find it in a man. You see the whole features they are talking about devil. It is only a man I have seen. All those qualities, all those things, they thought a man, God, they said, devil do this. All those features, only place that I have seen it is in human being, not in them. So you should be very careful when you are entrusted things. This should be a moral lesson to everyone out there on how to protect your properties, especially for your children that you bring inside this world, not to labor and suffer and don't enjoy your world. All right, guys, now here I go drop my microphone, and if you have watched up to this moment, thank you for watching, and a beautiful bye.